I took some time a couple weeks ago to look at our budget and how much we've spent in various categories over the last year, and I realized that our grocery budget needs some work. We have spent too much of our income percentage-wise on groceries, and so I'm trying to find ways to cut that budget a little bit. So one of the things I'm going to experiment with is to make ALDI my primary grocery store. Usually I would sometimes go to ALDI, sometimes go to Meijer, depending on where I happen to be out running errands. We have a Meijer closer to our house, but ALDI isn't that far away or inconvenient or anything. It just takes a little bit more planning for when I'm gonna be specifically in that area to shop at ALDI, because when I shop at Meijer, I spend way too much. Too much money, too much time, just because the store is that much bigger. They sell so much more stuff. So I'm going to try for a while to make ALDI my primary grocery store each week. Now there's definitely things that ALDI doesn't carry that I'm gonna have to go to Meijer for. So maybe if I can limit my Meijer trips to once a month instead of every single week, we'll see how we can slash our monthly grocery budget. And so, let's take a look at what I bought at ALDI today. All right, start over here. Pineapple were just over $1 each this week. One of their sales, I think they were $1.29. So at a minimum, I'm going to chop it up and freeze it. I might actually try to can some. I've never canned pineapple before, but I'm sure there's recipes out there for how to do it, right? My husband made the most amazing ice cream yesterday. We've started doing homemade ice cream on Sunday afternoons, and he made a coconut pineapple swirled ice cream, and it was so good. Some fruits and veggies for the week. Grapes and strawberries for a snack, spinach for salads and smoothies, Brussels sprouts to go with dinner, some fresh salsa and avocado for Taco Tuesday. We're about out of rice, and I'm not doing an Azure Standard order this month. So, yeah, jasmine rice. There we go. Trying out a few of all these gluten-free pastas. We did this one last week, and I don't think anybody noticed. The texture tasted just like regular pasta, and it was good. So we're gonna try out a couple more of those. We're about out of pepperoni, and unfortunately, ALDI didn't have regular pepperoni this week. They only had turkey pepperoni, which I don't mind, but my kids claim that they don't like turkey pepperoni. We'll see if we can get away with it. I plan to make some of my homemade spaghetti sauce this week. So I have my cans of tomato sauce, but I don't have quite enough to make the big batch that I want. So I'm gonna use up the tomato sauce that I have, the last of what I canned from last year, and supplement with some tomato paste and diced tomatoes. Tomato soup, always good to have on hand to go with grilled cheese sandwiches until I learn how to make my own. Again, we're almost out of peanut butter, cereals, chips and crackers for snacks at school and after school throughout the week. Some chocolates to have on hand for dessert when we don't have any homemade dessert ready. And yes, I found something on the ALDI aisle of shame that I actually will use. I have had these jeggings in the past, and I love them during the summer, especially underneath dresses and things. They're super comfortable and super cheap, and they lasted a couple of years, but my ones last year got a hole in them, so yay, I was excited to find those this year. Ham for sandwiches and pizza and things. Chicken for dinner tonight. Cream for coffee. Juices. Almond milk for smoothies. Fancy whole milk for yogurt. Regular milk. I also made our stop to pick up our raw milk for the week. Ice cream. We do make some of our own homemade ice cream, but we like ice cream. And when we do burgers and things, I usually try to do some sort of fries on the side. Sometimes I make my own out of potatoes, and sometimes it's nice to just pull something out of the freezer. And so after all that, I only have 2 things left on my list that I couldn't find at ALDI that I'll have to go to Meijer for some time, but they're not urgent, so I can wait till the end of the month probably to get them. That would be ground ginger and rum. We're coming into summer and we're about out of rum. So that trip ended up taking $108. Not bad. A similar trip at Meijer probably would have pushed $200. So we'll see. I'm really curious to see in a month how our grocery budget ends up. So thanks for coming along today. Hope this is slightly interesting, and we'll do it again hopefully next week. Thanks for being here. You really want to come over to the table, don't you? But you're not allowed on the table. Yeah, you.